It's good that I can use it today. Then we went on to build the sets. What you see here is actually some of them were actually built on set. A lot of them were actually built dekat a glamorous place called Ulu Langat. That one actually used for Kalis. Okay, next. Yeah, sets were built at workshops in Ulu Langat, and they were transported to studios and locations. It's not ideal. But whoa, we're going too fast here. Can we go back? It's not ideal where we have to build a set, dah siap, I approve, then dismantle. Dismantle, naik lori, pasang balik, pergi studio, pasang balik. But that's how it is, because we can't sewa a studio for, I don't know, two weeks or more. Usually we have days to actually complete a scene. And also, like Kalis Castle, we cannot expect the department to actually building those things at Kalis Castle, because memang tak boleh pun, dia tak benar kan. We cannot, because it's bangunan bersejarah kan. So a lot of things had to be done in a workshop, dismantled and taken to location. Next. Then it was a whole dengan Syada pula gaduh. Lebih dengan Tommy gaduh dengan Syada pula. These were the costumes also in my email for some reason still I found the salvage. Again, many names of different people got for different costumes. Next. Yes, I think you get the picture. Next. But as you can see, it's a lot of work lah. Basically, it's not something that I would want to do again ever. Cukup lah sekali. Next. Yes, too many. Next. Okay, we also had animatronics in this. What's animatronics? The use of mechatronics to create puppets that move. We required to execute a scene with a bear. In the script, ada cakap Eric berlawan dengan Eric, the hero berlawan dengan bear. And I also planned a storyboard as a close-up of the bear. So we needed a puppet that moves, and we found this guy in Canada who actually does these things. And we actually had this bear head flown in, and with ada puppet punya master sekali. Next, ada puppeteer. Can we play this video? Just the demo. Go back. Play the video. Yeah, tekan play. There you go. Codec unavailable, great. Tak boleh main. Anyway, but what the bear does is actually boleh, the snout boleh move. We can, the jaws can open. So it's very much, it's controlled by some levers. Okay, then we go to the next chapter. Dude, where's my sword? This is our department. Our department, I gaduh dengan our department guys pula. Was it okay working with me? Was I a pain in the what? Next. Okay, some they actually bought, but also problematic, because if you're bringing in weapons, you have to have clearance from KDN. And if you have that, they will tell you to destroy these weapons once you're done with shoot. And also, these were our real weapons, so they had to actually replicate, make it safer. We don't want Dominic Purcell's head to be chopped off. Not yet, anyway. Next. Helmets. Next. That is not a real Viking. So that is why a lot of people tanya, kenapa tak ada pelakon tempatan dalam filem ni? Kenapa tak ambil pelakon tempatan? It's because of that. Takkan lah kan orang Melayu, India atau Cina dan juga Viking. Also these props, some were bought, some were made. Next. And also down to the little things, like marks and cawan and pinggan and meja and semua benda-benda yang we take for granted we can shoot easily here in KL. Semua had to be custom made. So it was not as you can see, it's not a simple movie to be shot, and a lot of planning goes into prior shooting. Next. Chapter I don't know what. On your marks, get set. It's not go yet, this is rehearsals. Next. Okay, actors actually arrived in KL 2 weeks prior to filming. Norman kan, if I'm not mistaken, it was 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, 2 minggu.
So when they came in, we had to do script reading, we had rehearsals, we had stunt practice and choreography, we had horse riding training because none of the actors we found out can actually ride a horse. So kena pergi hantar tempat riding horses pula. Then we also had the wardrobe fit, also hair and makeup tests. Sven atau Craig, what's his name? Craig Fabras, sorry. I'm very bad with names, told you that. He has short hair. In the visualization we did, Sven has long hair. So benda-benda tu is Monica's department, actually wigs and scars and even like makeup tests that we done with the zombies. Some makeup we had to go underwater, so we had to do tests in advance before we shoot. Next. Okay, this is actually was shot by Yasha, our stunt coordinator from Australia. This was all done in Australia, but every day kita jumpa lah, jumpa on the net lah. Can you play this? This is go back. Go back. Go back. Okay, can you play this? Ke codec tak boleh juga?
Rolling.
Tak boleh.
On action.
So these were rehearsals. This a scene where Gab eats Alfred. So the rigging work. So they had to actually rehearse that beforehand and approve beforehand. So benda-benda ni dilakukan sebelum kita shoot. Next. Okay, play. This is a scene where he gets struck by sepatutnya by Thor's hammer when they use his shield.
And action.
I suppose okay. Next, I suppose play next. Play also the next sequence. This is the battlefield sequence. I suppose it's very much the same as how you see with other films for fight sequences and stunt choreography. But the only difference why we actually got people from Australia, like Norman said just now, they have weapons experts, they have horses punya memang horse trainers, and obviously stunt guys from Australia. So it's very much not our, bukan tak boleh, because kita tak ada expertise inilah. Basically tak ada orang pakai kuda untuk buat stunt. So that's why we eventually had to hire people from Australia. Next. Once that's all done, oh, dia belum lagi. This is the makeup test. The zombie had to ask him to kembang-kembangkan mulut ke semua, so that Monica's makeup would. Tu scene lain. Yang handsome tu pakai cap tu saya. Next.
Tak nampak muka pun.
Tapi tetap handsome kan? Ini scene lain. Actually a lot of scenes. All in all, we have 12 scenes shot here. Although dalam kawasan 40,000 kaki persegi tu, we had different sets, different locations were supposed to be different places, different times. So all these were actually shot in one place in the convention hall. We wanted to shoot in a studio, but unfortunately studios tak sebesar convention halls. Studio, the biggest, the ones that we know, about 10,000 square feet. This is 40,000 square feet. So it's not ideal. Sound is not that clean, but we had to make do. We actually banyak juga lah had to repair with the sound. Next. The next place is Puncak Alam. We actually had 10 days to shoot there. Believe me, it felt like 100 days. Panas gila dan sangat menakkan. Battlefield opening sequence partial also shot there. At the same time, we kena ada benda-benda macam ni lah, the big sequence at the end. So it was really sangat mencabar for everyone involved. Next. This is Filem Negara Studio. As David just now explained, is home to 3 sets altogether. One is the Red Bed Hall, second is Trondheim Palace, third is the Lindisfarne. Actually 4 locations, I mistype. Actually 4 locations. The other one is the Biotric Hall. Next. Gua Tempurung was another location. We actually used it as a dungeon area dekat dalam Jomsburg Castle. Yang pakai baju purple tu pun handsome. Next. Kelly's Castle we used for 2 locations, as I explained just now. belah batu ni actually we used for Jomsburg Castle, belah sana we used for Lindisfarne, because they are not actually fully, either one is not fully built or the other one is partially destroyed. So kita kena sambung with CGI, and we kena actually work our shots lah to plan ahead which angles to shoot. This actually placed for two different locations. Next. Next. Please.
Because of LPF reasons, we one scene in particular we have Thor, taking a person's eyeball out, and it's too gory for PG-13, I think. So yeah, so a couple of scenes were edited out, but overall it's not a special cut for international scene version.
If there's anything about the movie that you would have done differently, what would it be?
Well, that's a very tough question, because for every single movie that you do, you're working on it for a number of years. It's always going to be stuff that you think 2 years later that I should have done it this way, even if it's not a better way to do anyway. Because you always overthink it. You say, okay, I think I should have done this way or that way. Even if I did it this or that way, I might still want to change it. So it's a very tricky question to ask any producer or director, because especially working on a film for a long period of time. Yes, there would be scenes that I would do differently.
Okay. Hi. What was that? Yes. You feature scenes, intense scenes of action and elements of fantasy. So, were you inspired by any particular movie?
For this one?
Sorry.
For
action. Yeah. Action.
The action sequences. Well, I work closely with Yasha. Norman briefed, he wanted a mixed martial arts kind of film, because if you really go on Viking battles and fights, it's very much X, and it's simple and it's not so nice to see. So that's why we brought in a character named Yang, who's supposed to be a warrior from China who got somehow stuck there and being sold off as slaves from one master to another. So that's where the element of mixed martial arts comes in. And I worked closely with Yasha. I did not give him any elements or movies to actually base it on, but the brief was to have a mixed MMA kind of style of fighting.